short.
I don't think it takes a swami to do that.
Karnak have bad dreams tonight. When attending events at this school, the administration recommends bringing a pillow, a sack lunch, and a flashlight, as it is nearly impossible to exit the parking lot at the stoplight on Highway 95. What is Mohave High School?
Hey, Joe, where you been off to?
Hey, Phil, I'm heading out to the football field to help with Colorado with their routine. Hashtag giving up my prep. Hashtag doing it all for the kiddos. Hashtag I hate that I love what I do.
I know what you mean. Hashtag I'm always with the band. Hashtag getting my drums on. Hashtag drum solo. Hashtag drums are all that matter no matter what Miss Ragland says.
You do a good job with the drum line. Hashtag you the bomb. Hashtag boom goes the dynamite. Hashtag drumsticks are not weapons.
Well, your flag light's pretty good this year too. Hashtag colors flying everywhere. Colors of the wind. Hashtag did that flag just fly at 10 feet? The wrong way?
Thanks. Hashtag I love what I do. Hashtag yeah, that flag flew 10 feet. Hashtag move your face.
Well, we better get out of here. It's already 110 degrees. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Hashtag other duties as assigned.
Alright.
I wanted to just point at my t-shirt, drop the mic, and walk off, but they told me I couldn't do that. Alright, here at hashtag Mohave, we do a lot to help out each other. Okay, for example, if somebody's having a hard day, we'll give them a shoulder to cry on.
Today is the last day for seniors. Oh my god, hashtag so sad.
Other times, students will just frustrate you, okay, and you just gotta shake a shoulder.
Oh my god, did you see those freshmen? Hashtag epsilons, hashtag yahoos, hashtag zombie apocalypse, hashtag ah!
Hashtag I'm glad I don't teach freshmen. Other times, students will get you so frustrated, you just have to punch something.
How hard do you want me to punch you?
It's been a long year.
Okay, I take boxing too, so.
Give me all you got.
Alright, here we go.
Hashtag, give me all you got. Thank you.
Well, these are pretty good assessments. Hashtag proud of those kiddos. Hashtag I didn't have to grade all. I'm glad I didn't have to grade all these.
I'm so glad that we worked together on them. Hashtag collaboration. Hashtag meeting the standards.
Me too. There are so many. I couldn't do it alone. Hashtag Galileo. Hashtag BT. Hashtag park and prep.
Don't forget Common Core. Hashtag what a pain. Hashtag enough already.
Give me a minute. Hashtag more than enough stuff to do. What life? Hashtag my classroom is my life.
At least we can count on each other. Hashtag sharing your pain. Hashtag this is way too cheesy. Hashtag too tired to care.
That's right. There's a basketball game tonight. Hashtag got birds. Hashtag wish I had time. Hashtag no fun for teachers.
You know, I'm offering to sell tickets for the game. Hashtag extra time, but extra money. Hashtag money, money, money.
Hashtag money.
Selling tickets is nice because I get to watch the game too. Hashtag paid to watch the game. Hashtag life is sweet.
Don't you have a pile of papers to grade though? Hashtag leaning tower of homework. Hashtag paper cut. Hashtag hand crown. Hashtag why did I sign up for this? Hashtag oh yeah, I love the kiddos.
Yeah, but I have a student who really wants to be there too. Hashtag I did it all for the students.
You know, I think I'll go and check it out with you. So
Sweet! Dude, this play is gonna be amazing. Hashtag drama is not dead. Hashtag our kids got talent. Hashtag America's got talent. Hashtag celebrity judges. Hashtag I can totally do their job.
How do you know how it's going? Hashtag, are you stalking our kids? Hashtag, that's creepy. Hashtag, not really, but still.
I've been helping out backstage. Hashtag best seat in the house. Hashtag techies are awesome. Hashtag black is the new black. Hashtag hanging in the shadows. Hashtag prop master.
Wow, I didn't know we could do that. Hashtag oblivious. I'm actually going to Phoenix this weekend. Hashtag road trip. Hashtag vans are not fun. Hashtag, are we there yet?
What's going on in Phoenix?
I'm actually judging a speech and debate tournament. Hashtag, are you for or against? Hashtag, something serious. Hashtag, wait, no, that's yours. Hilarity ensues.
That's awesome. I'll have to see if I can help out sometime. Hashtag, like I don't have enough to do already. Hashtag, but I love my job. Hashtag, other duties assigned. Hashtag, if only I got paid more.
Man, what a year it has been.
Yeah, we have been so busy. Hashtag chaperoning dances, hashtag attending sporting events, hashtag Spirit Week tutus, hashtag superheroes unite, hashtag Wonder Woman rocks.
Don't forget all the extras. Hashtag lesson plans, hashtag BT assessments, hashtag professional development, and hashtag collaborative meetings.
Yeah, but at least we had our fellow teachers to help us out with all of that stuff. Hashtag committee meetings, hashtag department meetings, hashtag collaborative meeting minutes, hashtag Queen of the Galaxy, hashtag Duchess of the Glaciers, hashtag Lady of the Lava, and don't forget, hashtag Master Sorcerer Lawrence.
We really did, though there are some parts I could have done without. Hashtag saggy pants, hashtag booty shorts, hashtag sending students to the office, hashtag opiate on the prowl, hashtag dun dun dun, hashtag look out.
Yeah, and don't forget the cell phones. Hashtag, but wait, let me take a selfie. Hashtag, put it away, put it away, put it away now.
But I wasn't on it. Now we just have to get through the last week. Hashtag review, hashtag last minute assignments, hashtag finals, hashtag graduation, friends forever, hashtag vitamin C, hashtag orange juice, hashtag screwdrivers, hashtag summertime.
And don't forget all the events that go with it. Hashtag band concert, hashtag choir concert, hashtag awards ceremonies, hashtag Stuco